Hey friends, Seth Pierce here, coming at you with my 101 training class. If you know me in real life, you know I've been teaching classes at Nulu for about 3 years now, and I just love it. I love teaching people how to climb, how to get interested in the sport, basic body position, and a lot of people either don't know what to expect in the class or they're nervous to take the class. So I kind of just wanted to make a little video that talks about what I teach and why. So this is me doing a V3, and then we're going to hop into a V beginner. We start at VB at Nulu. They're usually about halfway up the wall. If you notice, I'm leaning into that hip and I'm changing body positions. I'm not really pulling myself up the wall. I'm flipping hip to hip. My hips are taking me up. My hip goes up, my shoulder goes up. My hip goes up, my shoulder goes up. Hips to shoulders. When you're starting out climbing, you probably don't have a lot of strength, so we want to use what we've got. We've got legs. We may not have arms, we may not have grip yet, but we've got legs. We typically walk everywhere. So we move into a V0. It's going to be this white one. A little bit of a lower start, but once again, hip comes up, shoulder goes in. Step up, find my feet, hip goes up. I kind of call this attacking and resting. So that's my attack position. Then I find my feet in kind of a rest position. Find my feet, attack up to the next hold. Find my feet, attack up. We always want to find our feet in rest position, kind of when our arms are fully extended. If you think about doing a pull-up, when you're halfway up the pull-up, that's the hardest part to be. So we want to be hanging as much as possible, not pulling. So right next to that VB was a V1. It's this red one. We go up. You see I take my right hip really close to the wall so that my right shoulder gets close. Same thing, take my left hip close to the wall so that my shoulder gets close. Your hips and your shoulders are attached. If your hip is closer to the next hold, then your shoulder is closer to the next hold. And if you're close to a hold, you don't have to pull to get there. So that's really what we want to maximize, getting close to holds instead of these like desperation kind of throw and grabs. We want to be locked in, controlled on each body position. So since we did a couple slab, we'll go to something a little bit more overhang. Overhang is any time that the wall kind of leans towards you when you're going like up and back. So this purple one, I believe it's another V1. Mostly hanging at the bottom, but sometimes it's good to match. If you notice my hands are both on the same hold, a lot of times matching gives us good position. And there I use a heel hook to get closer. The heel goes up to push me higher. Notice I'm very slow, very controlled. A lot of times when we first start out climbing, we just want to go fast, we want to go strong, we want to be done. But the slower we can be, the more controlled, the more prepped we are for the higher level, next grades. This green V2 gets a little tricky. You got these kind of sloper holds. We call slopers anything that doesn't have like an indent on it, no real purchase. You kind of have to pinch it to grip. Once again, the hip goes up, gets me closer to the hole, shoulders there. Step through. Footwork is really important. Once we're getting into V2s, we got to start being really conscious of our footwork and ways we can get ourselves closer. If you notice my hand is only on the right side of that hold and I kind of pull myself in, it's because my feet are sturdy. If my feet can hold me up, my feet don't have to take, my hands can take me lateral directions because my feet have me secured up and down. Leaning back into holds. Sometimes new holds, these kind of blocky looking holds, they were hard for me to deal with at first, and it just took time. A lot of times, just give it time, and you'll feel better on the wall, you'll feel better on the hold. They might feel really bad the first time you touch them, but 50th time you touch them, they start feeling better. Here, that yellow V2 starts getting a little bit trickier. I think this is the yellow V2. Oh no, we did the white V3. Oh yeah, we're getting really a little intense here. Got some roof climbing. Roof climbing is real different. If you notice, we failed really quickly right there because I didn't look at what I'm doing. A lot of times as climbers, we don't look at what we're doing and we just do it. So it's always good to have a plan, map it out. Think about where your feet are going next. What are you going to do next? Set yourself up for that position. You don't want your hands to be in a position that you didn't want them in. But if you don't look one step ahead, then you kind of mess yourself up before you even start. Another heel hook. Oh, we failed on that one. All right, well, that's a V3 fail. Surprise to me. Here's a V3 success, so we'll all feel better. Failing is about half of climbing, maybe even 80% of climbing, and it's okay. It's okay to fall off. It's good to learn. It's good to grow. This black V3 gets a little explosive. If you come into climbing as an athlete, you're probably naturally explosive, and you need to work on slowing down. But if you come into climbing, you haven't done a lot of upper body, you're probably going to be slow, and you're going to need to learn how to be explosive. I'm the latter in that, and I've had to intentionally train explosiveness. They're both good skills to have. You want both. You want control and you want explosiveness. So keep working, keep climbing. I hope this taught y'all something. And thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being my loyal fans. Love you.